I hold here in my formerly nicotine-stained fingers a copy of Death Egg by Nathaniel Duggan. This is his latest book, a couple years old. It's a collection of poetry. And you can tell by the cover design there, he's a science fiction fan and a Godzilla fan too. You ever heard of King Ghidorah? If not, King Ghidorah is that three-headed dragon in the Godzilla series. There's a poem about King Ghidorah in here too. So you can kind of guess he's one of these poets like Charles Bukowski trying to bring poetry to the masses. Question is, what masses? Gamers, people watching science fiction movies all the time. The first poem in here is called Like a Dog Returning to Its Vomit. So right there you get a good idea of what the kind of collection of poetry you got here. He's a nihilist, obsessed with his own death. And in fact, he says he's disqualified from being a human being. Disqualified from being a human being. When you know you are a false prophet, failure can cling to you like cotton candy, like fiberglass on the tongue. Luckily, your scars look as lovely as moons, although everything looks like a moon these days, which is to say cratered. And somewhere within your wound, you kiss your sister by accident. You irradiate the baby, and the collapsed telephone poles of your suburb suddenly resemble a spine's protrusion. The sun's angle is entirely wrong. The angel's wings melt. In the remains of an hour, you order your lunch to go. So some of these poems have a really long ass titles, like these ancient Chinese poems, right? Billy Collins talks about that one of his books. He loves those ancient Chinese poems with long titles. It's like all you gotta do is read the title and you already know what the poem is, so you just sit there and relax and enjoy the poem. Don't gotta figure it out. This is just the title. I'm not going to read you the poem, just the title. Increasingly, I feel I have absolutely nothing to say to anyone who does not display interest in speed runs of the video game Metroid or the role private equity has played in destroying modern retail. That's just the title. Interesting, he brings up private equity here. The book distributor Baker and Taylor that distributed new book titles to most of the libraries across the country was bought by one of these private equity jackoffs, and they bankrupted Baker and Taylor. So like for the last 6 months, almost a year now, I guess, I have not been able to get new titles from the library because of these assholes. So he's got some flashes of poeticism in here, a little bit poetic, of course, book of poems, right? He doesn't have any haikus, but he mentions them in a spot-on simile he's got here. Simile of a haiku, let's say. The title of the poem is My Downfall is a backroom deal. I want my sadness to dissipate perfectly like in a haiku. Hot rain on summer pavement, etc. That last line there, hot rain on summer pavement, something you'd wrap up a haiku with. And there's another poetic poem here. It's a Robert Bolaño after poem. You know what an after poem is? You read somebody's poem and you dedicate it to them, kind of like. The title of it is Until Yesterday I Thought My Life Could Be Different, I Was in Love, etc. And what this one does is an incoming comet that punctures the sky like fingers burrowing down a missing girl's throat. Kind of an odd simile there, but if you're familiar with Robert Bolaño, his books, 2666 is one that was getting a lot of discussion on the internet lately. And he has another book, Bolaño's got a few, but another similar to 2666 called Woes of the True Policeman. And these are books about the missing women and murders in Juarez. And the people that read this, it's such detail about Juarez, you're surprised to find out, if you do find out, Robert Bolaño's never been to Juarez. He got all his stories from the newspapers and from people that live there. So he got these stories, and so that's how he ties into the missing girl's throat here. For the most part, this book is humor He even talks about using the bathroom in a Walmart, peeing on his pant leg, and then he goes over to the hand dryer to try to dry his pants off. And also, we learn a thing or two. That's one of the things I like about poetry. You want to learn something, and not the ancient Greek stuff. Like remember Ezra Pound's cantos, his early cantos. He made all these references to ancient Greek deities that were rare, never heard of before. They're in stories that were rare. Nobody knew what the hell he was talking about, just showing off his ancient Greek stuff. So people would say, oh, he made me learn something. Oh, it's made you learn a rare story that should never have been brought up. But so anyway, what we learn here, he has a poem about an octopus. He tells us they die at giving birth. So a little cautious this trying to give me zoological facts. So I go to octonation.com and look it up, and guess what? He's right. The octopus is supposed to die after birth. Sits on its eggs there, and it does not move till the eggs hatch. Sometimes the octopus will die because it starves to death sitting on the eggs. Tough mama. And he also, the poem has some sadness here, especially towards the end poems here. You are defeated by your sadness in a sports stadium named after cheap auto insurance policies. Well, dig it progressive auto insurance. And what else he got here? Oh, this is a poem titled Sad Little Lobster Gurgles. And I take a wrong turn into a lifetime of selling mattresses. Science fiction. Also on the back of the book here, he's got the International Space Station on there. And you can see Japanese writing there. Anime fan too, I guess, huh? Okay, so I'll put a link in the comments below. Check this out, Death Egg by Nathaniel Duggan.